shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I could see through the facade like an...
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Matty Fight Talk. UFC 290 just went down where we got to witness the great one, Alexander Volkanovski, getting yet another title defense at 145 against a very highly dangerous opponent in Yair Rodriguez. I was very excited for this matchup because Yair is so dangerous in all aspects of MMA. He's an outstanding submission artist, very, very good striking, probably has some of the most dangerous strikes in the game. If you ever play the UFC video game, that's definitely a character that you would want to use because of his creative striking. I thought he was going to be able to find some openings. Ultimately, I did think Volkanovski would win, but I thought he would win by decision because Yair is proven to be so dangerous against guys like Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, Jeremy Stevens, and the list goes on and on. The late knockout he had over Korean Zombie. I thought this was going to be a very tough fight for Volkanovski. Turns out I was wrong. I still had Volkanovski winning, which he did by a third-round TKO. I believe it was a third round. Yair really didn't get to do anything in that fight. I mean, Volkanovski came in with a great game plan. He put Yair on the ground and honestly ate a lot of big strikes and gave some of his own. I mean, he hurt Yair's best round was the third round right before he got TKO'd. He was landing some nice shots, and he started letting loose with the striking. You could see that he was going to try and turn it on. Volkanovski cracked him, hurt him, dumped him on his back, and ended up punching his way to a TKO title defense. Now, the question is, what is next for this guy, man? He's so good at featherweight. Do you just completely dominate and wipe out the featherweight division? Or do you move up to lightweight? Because we've seen the fight he had with Islam Makhachev, and it was a very close contest. I mean, I was very impressed with Volkanovski. I was already impressed with how he defeated my favorite fighter, Max Holloway, 3 times. Regardless of how you look at it, he is 3-0. So to be able to beat somebody that's on that level and then go up to lightweight and one of the most feared guys just completely dismantle. I mean, I wouldn't say dismantle, but have a fight of the year type of shit going on with this guy. It was very impressive. Now, Ilia Topuria is making waves in the featherweight division. He is saying that he could easily beat Volkanovski. You know, things we've heard from all these other fighters. I don't think so. I really don't. Do you think that Volkanovski needs to fight this guy to cement his legacy, or is it already cemented? Because he beat guys like Brian Ortega, the Korean Zombie, Max Holloway 3 times, Yair Rodriguez. To me, those are the best fighters in that division. He also has wins over guys like Jose Aldo, who is one of the top 3 featherweights of all time. Chad Mendes, who was a very beast mode fighter when he was fighting. He has wins against very notable fighters. And to me, that proves something. Max Holloway's over here taking out contenders for him. Arnold Allen, he already beat Yair Rodriguez. So it's very interesting to see what's going to happen next with these guys. I don't think that Volkanovski needs to hang around featherweight to be the greatest featherweight of all time. I don't see anybody in the near future that's going to be able to do what he did in such dominating fashion. Topuria would be a good fight. That'd be very interesting, but I think it would be light work for somebody like Volkanovski. I think it'd be a better fight to see him fight like Yair or Max Holloway or Brian Ortega. That would be very interesting to see what happens in those kind of matchups. But Topuria against Volkanovski, I don't think Volkanovski needs to do that. If I were him, and you know, it's up to this guy, I would move up to lightweight. Regardless if you get a title shot, there's a lot more exciting fights up there for you. You got Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Islam Makhachev 2 is probably going to be what happens. And the list goes on, man. The lightweight division is so stacked that if Volkanovski came up there, he would be an immediate contender. You know, imagine him fighting Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor, if he could ever make 155 again. Dudes on steroids are probably not. But I think Volkanovski could probably end up going down as the greatest fighter of all time if he moves to lightweight and makes it a true transition. He doesn't need to keep cutting the weight and dominating these guys at featherweight. He could do that, and he could cement himself as by far the greatest featherweight of all time. Or you could try and be the greatest fighter of all time and completely own 2 divisions. To me, judging off of legacy and championship level, you got John Jones, Anderson Silva, and George St. Pierre are some of the most dominant champions that there ever was. Now, he could stay on this path, stay in the 145 division, and run a lap around these guys like Israel Adesanya is doing in the middleweight division. Or he could go up to lightweight, fight Makhachev again, possibly win the belt, and then go on a rampage at lightweight. I mean, if he gets as many title defenses as he has at featherweight at lightweight, that's probably going to cement this guy as the greatest fighter of all time. A lot of guys win 2 belts, and then that's it. You know what I mean? You don't really see them defend either one, or, you know, they give up one and defend the other. It would be impressive to see him go to lightweight as the featherweight champion, win the lightweight belt, and defend both belts. That would probably to me, be the most impressive thing. I don't know. Look, the sky's the limit for this guy is all I'm saying. To me, he doesn't need to fight Ilia Topuria to prove anything. I wouldn't even care about that fight if I were him. I would chase Makhachev and try to get that lightweight belt. And if not, I would take a lightweight fight because it's very exciting. Those fights are very exciting for him, and it's gonna be more interesting to see what he can do in the lightweight division than what he could do in featherweight. We know what he can do. He's taken out the best, which is the blessed Max Holloway. He's beat Yair Rodriguez. I mean, who else is there? Topuria? Yeah, to me, honestly, that guy probably needs a couple more fights to really prove himself because Josh Emmett, I don't think he is a top 3 guy in my opinion. And I know I'm not a pro here, but I just don't see that guy dominating like that. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should Volk stay at 145 and completely dismantle the division, or should he go up to lightweight and try to be the greatest fighter of all time? Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Now, moving on to other fight news, we have Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou have made it official. These guys are going to be boxing October 28th. Lock it in on your guys' calendars. October 28th in Saudi Arabia, the former UFC heavyweight champion, taking on one of the baddest men on the planet in the boxing realm, Tyson Fury. Now, this fight's going to be very interesting, especially in the build-up, because Francis Ngannou, he's more of a humble, quiet guy. And then you got Tyson Fury, who's a very mouthy, the guy's he's entertaining. He's going to get the crowd into this. This is a very big matchup for Tyson Fury. This is a very big matchup for Francis Ngannou. I mean, he's getting what he asked for. He's getting a big boxing fight against one of the top, if not the top boxer of all time. Now, just looking at this from an outsider point of view, we all know that Francis Ngannou has nuclear bombs in his hands. The guy can shut the lights out with 4-ounce gloves. Because we've seen Tyson Fury fight one of the most dangerous knockout artists in boxing, which is Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. Lands big bombs, puts people's lights out, and he got dropped from that guy, ate it, got back up and fought to, I think that was a draw, the first fight they had. Or I don't remember what exactly happened. I'm pretty sure it was a draw. I'd have to go back and double check. But regardless, getting cracked by that guy, I don't think Francis Ngannou has the boxing skill to be able to hang with a guy like Tyson Fury. Now, Ngannou could hurt him. He has power. I mean, he has that one-punch knockout power. But we're talking about boxing. And guys like Tyson Fury have been doing this for a long time. These guys aren't new to the game. You know what I mean? He's been hit by heavy-handed hitters. I think Tyson Fury is going to pick Ngannou apart. He's going to weigh on him heavily. He's going to put the pressure on. He's going to make it a clinch fight. Francis Ngannou is not going to be able to hang for 6 rounds with this guy. I really don't believe so, unless he lands early and hurts him, which I just don't see happening because Deontay Wilder, he hits hard, and he's also faster, I think, than Ngannou, and he's built for boxing. He throws boxing combinations. If Ngannou comes out there and knocks out Tyson Fury, I'd be stoked because MMA's been getting their ass handed to them by boxers in boxing matches. So, I mean, this is nothing new. We've seen how this tale goes. Jake Paul's been literally destroying every MMA fighter that goes over to boxing, and honestly, Nate Diaz is probably next. Francis Ngannou, I think he's doing this for a payday. I mean, he clearly will need the money because he's now out of the UFC. I just don't see him getting the job done in this fight. I think Fury is going to beat the fucking brakes off of Ngannou. It would be impressive if Ngannou landed that one-shot kill, but I just don't see that happening. And in other fight news, we got Kevin Lee. He made his UFC return not that long ago. He got dropped and then put to sleep in 55 seconds or sub-minute. He is retiring from MMA. He said he's done. Thanks for the love, but I'm out. He's made some good money. He's made some good memories. But congratulations to you on a solid career. I really like that guy. I met him in Vegas once. He's a really, really nice dude, and that fucking dude is swole as shit. I was very shocked when I saw him. On TV, these people look like, they don't look that big, but when you meet them in person, you're like, God damn, welterweights and middleweights and all that shit. Those guys are really huge. But regardless, anyway, he's had a good career. He's had some good fights, man. It sucks to see him go. He looks like he still has a lot left to give for the sport. I mean, these guys always retire, but they always come back. But shout out to Kevin Lee. It sucks to see him lose in under a minute and not be able to come back for one more fight. But, hey, man, it's a tough living fighting to make money. So I give this guy credit. And there's definitely other avenues for that dude. He's a good-looking guy. Young, hungry. He's going to make money doing other stuff. So shout out to Kevin Lee. Have a happy retirement, bud. We all enjoy watching you fight. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to hit me with the like. Hit me with the subscribe if you like my content. Hit me in the comments and let me know what you guys think about Tyson Fury taking on Francis Ngannou. What do you think Alexander Volkanovski should do next? And I will see you guys on the next one.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an